last place you would go. You don't pay any attention to that. And me personally, I would have not used any part of that because I have a totally different technique.
All right. That concludes my direct examination. Thank you, Mr. Parikh.
Mr. Shapiro, Cross.
Thank you. Mr. Parikh, apparently some human being had to blur out those passwords, correct?
I didn't.
Somebody had to blur out those BIOS passwords, correct?
The whole video looked blurry to me, but yes, it all depends on the technology used.
It's a simple
because
question. Somebody had to blur out the passwords when they were posted.
Yes, sir, but let me clarify. There are different ways for blurring technology. For example, in CRT cameras, I do have a master's in cybersecurity
Sir,
in that
sir,
privacy
I'm sorry,
portion.
I'm sorry,
So it could not be a
Parikh.
person, it could be an
Sir,
application.
Whoa, when I am talking,
Okay.
we don't talk. And I'm
Oh,
sir.
Well, sir, I'm sorry. I'm retired Marine artillery, and I do have hearing
Okay.
aids, so I apologize.
Okay, well, I don't want to have to raise, I didn't raise my voice, and I certainly don't want to have to, but I'm sorry, I don't want to. But now I know you're hard of hearing, so if I have to do this again, I'll be a little bit louder next time. Let's not talk over each other. The question was very straightforward. If we want to ask it again, so that way we can just get the answer, and thank you. Mr. Case will have a chance to redirect. Go ahead.
The bottom line is, what you observed were passwords that were blurred out, correct? Yes or no?
They were blurred out.
You
but
answered my question. My next question is going to be this. Presumably, given your expertise, a human being involved with the creation of the video blurred out those passwords, correct?
No, because I could not answer that question because there are different techniques, and a human would not necessarily have to blur out the video.
Technology could be used to blur out those videos, correct?
Correct?
Okay. So prior to the video being taken and the BIOS passwords being on the laptop, they were presumably not blurred, correctly? Correct?
That could be correct, but again, in those,
You answered my question. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Mr. Case, redirect, sir.
the screens did not show.
Okay, the question that you answered was, so prior to the video being taken and the BIOS passwords being on the laptop, they were presumably not blurred correctly, correct? And your answer was, that could be correct, but again, and then you were cut off. What were you starting to say when you were cut off?
Well,
When you said that could be correct, but again?
because it depends on how it is shown, right? And assuming the technology that was used is why I answered the way I did. The other thing is as I stated to your question earlier, that I am very familiar with the different BIOS screens, no matter what the system. And from those screenshots and the blurred, from what I could tell, the BIOS password screen was not actually up in any of the video that I saw.
All right. So to summarize, the BIOS password on the video was the password that was erased on May 25th before the trusted build was completed. True?
Yes, that would be true.
All right. So if the password was erased, it would be useless after May 25th, 2021.
That is correct.
Right. So anybody who got that password off of the video,
Objection leading questions.
I haven't heard this question, so
Okay.
I need to hear it before I get one. So if I can have the bailiff approach, and then counsel, please.